Hi, this is Lisa Loves to Crochet and Knit. If you like what you see in these videos, like and subscribe so I can do more. Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to create these cute little flowers. And you can turn them into a pen. Just a fancy little pen. There's different ways to do the stem. Or you can even add the googly eyes to the flower petal and add it onto the pen. And that'd be cute too. So let's get started. So you're going to start with, you're going to need a crochet hook. I use a size I, a pair of scissors, a tapestry needle, some gems, the little center gems, and then some yarn of the color of your choosing. I chose brown for the center, or you could do green for the center. This one has a green center. So you're going to start with a magic ring, and then I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to put 5 half double crochets in the ring, and that'll create a 6 petal flower. There's 3, 4, 5, and then I pull it tight and I slip stitch it to the beginning stitch. I chain 1, and then I'm going to cut my yarn, and there's my center, and then I would weave in your ends now so it's easier when we start the petals. And then I'm going to start with blue for my petals for this flower. So let's get going. Okay, so I weaved in my ends on my stem or the center of the flower. Now I'm going to make a slip knot, and I'm going to take my little center of my flower, and I'm going to start with a single crochet and a chain 2, and then I'm going to wrap twice around my yarn, and that's going to be a treble crochet, and I'm going to do 3 treble crochets in that same space. There's 2, got a little fuzzy on my yarn here, and there's 3, and I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to slip stitch it to the beginning, and there's your first petal. And then I'm going to go in the next stitch, and I'm still going to crochet around the end, and I'm going to do a single crochet. I'm going to chain 2, and then I'm going to do 3 more treble crochets in that same space. There's 1, here's 2, and there's 3, and I'm going to chain 3, and I'm going to slip stitch it to the same stitch, same hole, and then I'm going to go into the next stitch, and I'm going to single crochet, chain 2, and then I'm going to do 3 more treble crochets in that same space. So it's just a repeat around, and so I'll see you when I'm at the last petal. Okay, so I've reached my last flower, and I'm going to, at the end of it, so I'm going to chain my 3 and slip stitch it to the beginning, my last flower petal, excuse me, and then I'm going to slip stitch it to the first petal so it's all connected. I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to cut my yarn. And there I have 6 petals for the flower. And now I'm going to weave in my ends, and then I'll show you what I do next. Okay, so I need to add the googly eyes to the flower. I've done everything the same as the other flower. I'm to this single crochet in the last flower petal stitch, and I'm going to wrap the yarn around my crochet hook like I'm doing a half double crochet, and I'm going to half double crochet around the loop of the googly eyes. I'm going to do 3 of them around there. So there's 2, 3. Now this is what I do next. I take my hook in the center of the googly eyes and I do a slip stitch there. And then, so I'm in the center. So now I'm going to have the googly eyes in the center. And I'm going to do a double crochet around the center of the flower and around the loop of the googly eyes. I'm going to do 2 of them, 2 double crochets in there, and I try to pull my stitches a little tighter than that because it will get a little fidgety. So there's 1, whoops, and there's 2. So there's my 2 double crochets around the center of the googly eye thing. Now I'm going to wrap my yarn around my crochet hook again for a half double crochet, and I'm going to do the other side of the googly eyes, and I'm going to do 3 half double crochets around that. So there's 1, and I try to pick up the loop from the double crochet so it looks like it's going to stay attached, and there's 2, and then down the center one, and there's another half double crochet, and then I slip stitch it to the first center part of the flower, and then I slip stitch it to the first petal right next to it, and then I chain 1 and I cut my yarn. So that's how I attach the googly eyes to the flower. So now this, you can leave it as this and add a keychain and a little gem to go in the center, and it's a little flower with googly eyes, a little keychain, cute little thing. Or we can add it to a pen, and I bought, they were like $3 for 8 of these big pens, and I just take, excuse the rattle of the, I just take the actual pen itself, and then I take a flower, and I take some green yarn, my tapestry needle, and so I just take a length and I cut a length of it, and I take the flower from behind and I just weave in through the back of it a little green and just little loops. I only do about 4 of them, or 5. Oops. And this way I have something to crochet around. So I'm going to crochet in these loops here. I'll show you as soon as I get these little things made. Okay, so I have the little green little stitches there around the back part, and I'm just going to tie a little knot there, and then I'm going to cut that. Let's not cut it too short. And then I take my crochet hook and I grab the green again, and I'm going to make a slip knot, attach it to my crochet hook, And I'm going to take those little loops that I just made, and I'm going to crochet, put a single crochet in them. Or you could do a half double crochet. This one is done with a half double crochet, and I like that just fine. It works pretty quick. So that's what I'm going to continue to do. I'm going to continue to work in half double crochet, and I'm going to try to weave in my ends as I go, so I don't have to weave them in there. But it's going to be a little bit of a tight little stitch to get into, but it's not horrible. And then, so I'm going to do the next. So I'm creating this little round tube so that the pen can go in. Okay, so I have the second row, and I just slip stitch it to the beginning. So I just continue chain 1, and then I just do a half double crochet in each of the 5 around. I stuck my ends in there, and so it's just going to be 5 stitches around. Make sure you count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this one's 5, and then I slip stitch it to the beginning, because you don't want to make the little stem of the flower too fat around, but it will be fatter than what you would with a single crochet. But I like it just as easily, and it works up super fast, and then you'll know how long you want to make the stem. So it'll just be a googly-eyed flower with, on a pen, just for something fun, cute. So I'll see you when I'm done with the stem. Okay, so I'm back, and I have 12 rows of 5 stitches around, and then I just have to weave in my ends, and I glue it to the center. So it'll be glued, the pen will be glued up in here, and then it'll be glued down in here. And I will weave in my ends, and there you'll have it. I might do one more row. I want to make sure. Well, I don't think I need to. It's got to stay in there. So let me weave in my ends, and there you have it. You have the little pen with the googly eyes on the flower, and it's a cute little flower for googly eyes for Mother's Day. Or you could do these little flowers. You could do just the flowers for the pen, or you could do a little googly-eyed flower keychain with little gems. So the sky's the limit. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.